you very much. Mr. Masswohl, it's good to see you here again. You said you've been here 27 times. Obviously, you were involved in the consultation process. I'm just kind of curious. We've had groups come before us and say that they weren't involved. Yet when I ask officials and other people, I say, well, did you ban anybody from participating? No, nobody was banned from participating. So what got you involved in the consultations? Did you pick up the phone and call somebody, or how did that work?
Right. You know, I may have been here 27 times.
I better get that correct.
But I think what I said is this committee's had 27 meetings on this subject. Not necessarily I've been to them. But anyway, maybe I'll
okay.
maybe I'll get a raise out of that. Yeah. No, I think you're right. You know, what we do is we don't sit around and wait for the phone to ring. You know, when we've got a view on something, we find out who's working on it and we get engaged. And I was trying to make myself a little note of, you know, how many of the TPP negotiating sessions we went to. I mean, certainly we've had lots of meetings with the negotiators here in Ottawa, but we were at the first meeting Canada was at in Auckland. We were in Singapore 3 times. We were in...
it wasn't the government telling you to be there. It was you saying we want to be there.
No, yeah, we want to be there because, you know, the negotiation goes through a life cycle. In the early days, they're trying to figure out what are the priorities, what are they trying to achieve, and they can only achieve things if people tell them what it is. And then in the middle of the negotiations, it gets into, you know, how do we achieve that? What are the objections from other countries?
So what do you say to groups that, for example, I assumed you signed a confidentiality agreement so you could actually see more detail what's going on. What do you say to groups that said, no, we won't sign it, and then come to this committee and say, now that we haven't been consulted?
Yeah. I've signed so many of those confidentiality forms over the year for this negotiation or that. The government is willing and, in fact, eager to consult with people that have views that can make these agreements better. You know, my view is if you weren't consulted, you really didn't try very hard.